Bam! Good morning. What's
Good
going on,
morning.
Jennifer Lacey?
I sound a little yucky this morning. I feel okay, but I apologize ahead of time.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you stay up all night doing karaoke. Uh, no, I know you got the crud. Hopefully, I don't get it. But so today, what is going on, Omniverse? Today, we're going to be diving into confidence is a skill you are too scared to build. Damn! I really like, I hope we ruffle some feathers with this one, but I think we can dig into this deep because I think there's a lot of value um, in terms of like maybe shifting our thinking around the sequence of where confidence come from and how to get it. But also there's a lot of hangups that we have. And I think so many of us have them, but we never talk about them. So we just stay hung up on the thing. What do you think, Jen?
Yeah, we stay stuck. We stay in a place where we're like waiting for something. And I think we're starting to figure out, hopefully, those of us that are out there doing big things, that it's on us.
It's on us, baby, all day. And so we're gonna get into it because look, we got some like early risers here.
Already.
The
Good morning,
Jeremy
Jeremy.
coming in from the YouTube. Daddy Hoots coming in. Miss y'all. Miss you too, brother. So before we like go crazy, Jen, we got to do the
Yep.
housekeeping.
Okay, so those of you that are out there, I know some people are just starting to jump in, so we appreciate those that are already adding their comments. But if you're out there and you're listening, we're talking to everybody because we don't have a lot of people engaging yet. So if you've been on here before, jump in, let us know where you're coming from, let us know that you're there. If this is your first time and this is the first time you've seen us on screen, or you've been listening but you haven't really been engaged in what we've been talking about, or you haven't really added anything, we're talking to you. So if you would please go into the comments, and all we're asking you to do, just a tiny little lift, is put a blue heart in there. And what that lets us know, because we don't know you're there unless you comment. If you just put a blue heart, it lets us know, hey, I'm a first time offender and I am here, but I'm not, I'm still kind of figuring things out, so that we can recognize you, because we love adding people to our tribe. And two, it lets our tribe know, hey, we got a new person. And then they can love on you and they can engage with your content and things like that. So if you will please do that. And anytime anyone puts a comment in the chat, it puts you into the randomizer, which Jesse will talk about, that we do at the end of the show.
Yes. So the randomizer, again, any comments, emojis that you leave in the chat, of course, lets us know that you're there. But also, it'll get you into the randomizer, which is a little raffle that will run at the top of the hour. And if your name gets selected, you will get a 1 month pass to work on some monster skills that very few people work on anywhere at all. Now, I'm just going to warn you, give you the heads up that there is some vulnerability. We're going to stretch your comfort zone. You can get a little uncomfortable. But it's massively impactful. And so, we just want to add some new victims to the list. So put your comments in there, just like Mr. Jim Guntorius coming in from the back deck. What's going on? I got to talk to Jim earlier this week. I was on getting my morning mileage in. I said, man, I'm going to call Jim, see what's up. And then we got Mr. Douglas Berry, who is a certified, qualified, like, music star. He's awesome. Mr. Daddy Hoots is asking, Jen, are you sick? You okay?
I have a crud. There's something going on with my voice. I feel fine, but I sound not very good. So hopefully talking will help that. I'm not sure, but we're going to say thank you for asking.
And then Jeremy asked, he's like, hey man, I'm on YouTube. Is it better if I'm linked on LinkedIn? For me, Jeremy, anywhere you want. I don't know, like, we're on StreamYard, Jen and I, so actually you could give us some input, like what's the experience like being on YouTube versus tuning in on LinkedIn. As long as you're getting the feed, it's not breaking up on you, I think that's the goal here. So you choose, my brother. And then we got the Chief Marketeer Steve Martin says, good morning from absolutely beautiful to Connecticut today. Um, okay, well then, let's get it. Oh, we got Maya, Miss Maya. She says, morning,
Good
love.
morning.
What's
Good
up,
morning.
Maya? So awesome. I hope she jumps on the after party like last time. Maya, who else was there? Steve was there. Mr. Douglas was there. And so, folks, y'all are, if you don't know, we have an after party so that we can have like a group discussion about today's topic or whatever. Good to see you, Maya. All right, so let's just stir it up.
Okay, let's start. Let's just start big.
Yeah. So, question number one, again, we're talking about like confidence is the skill you are too scared to build. And so, question two, the Omniverse, all the No BS tribe members out there, which comes first for you? Is it confidence? Like, do you get confidence before you do a thing or before you get good at a thing? Or action? Do you take steps, pull the trigger, make things happen? And then the other stuff comes. I don't, I mean, another one of those chicken or the egg things,
Yes,
Jen.
I agree.
What do you think?
Well, I mean, I know in the past, I know like historically, mine has always been like I need to build a skill and feel like okay, I can at least hold my own, and then I will like socialize it to the world. Like I think that's the way that I've always been, just so that I can feel better. But I think what I've realized in the last 4 or 5 years is the the reps of doing something make it happen so much faster, and I'm getting better faster. So like I know in my mind the confidence needs to come, like I need to feel good about it, but I've realized that if I just start it and keep doing it, the doing the action causes me to get way more confidence. And I didn't
Yeah.
know it. Like I didn't know it. When I'm doing the action, I'm not in my mind going, I'm building my confidence. And so I'm just doing the action because I'm learning as I go. And then I think my body and my mind are getting used to doing something that's a little bit, I don't know what's going to happen. And the more that I do
Mhm.
it, my mind starts going, girl, you can do this. And so it's like, it kind of tricks it, I think.
You know, I love that you say like it kind of tricks the brain. Um,
Yes.
because I think, I mean, I'm with you. I'm on the same page, right? It's not, for me, confidence is a byproduct. I don't even know. Like people tell me, similar to Blair, he says, I'm known as a confident, bold person. I step into action. I would consider myself an accelerator. I'm cool with being info uncomfortable if it helps the whole tribe. And then anxiety shifts to positive. So a lot of people tell me like, man, you're so confident, you're so brave. And I'm like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Um, and then they're like, well, it's because you like do stuff. I'm like, oh yeah. And so that's not to say that I'm never intimidated. It's also not to say
It's
that I'm
every
never
time you're
nervous.
around me, though.
What's that? Yeah,
It's
every
every
time
time you're
when I'm
around me.
you're always bullying me. No, I'm joking, folks. But there's a lot of people that are very intimidated by Jen. Um, like I have the feelings, but it's the like you said, when I do the thing, get the like I have to take action. Like ignore how I feel about it and do the thing because the degree of my discomfort shrinks the more frequently, the more reps that I get in. But if I wait for the discomfort, insecurity, concerns, questions, what ifs to go away before I start, guess what? I never freaking start.
Yes. I think what I've
And
what I've what I've seen, and I've even had people say to me, is sometimes the confidence doesn't have to be in the action. And so the reason I say that is there's times where I'm doing something and someone's like, "Dang, like you must have done this a lot." I'm like, "This is my second time doing it." And they're like, "What?" They're like, "You act like you got this." Oh, and I'm like, "I'm just confident in whatever it is. I'm still figuring it out. It's just from the way it looks on the outside they are just like, oh, she must know what she's doing, which helps me because then they're trying to, they're like, oh, okay, so you don't have it figured out. But I think some of it's just the way you carry yourself.
Yeah. It's it. I want to like add some clarification because the idea of it's the way you carry yourself, I think some people will take that to mean like I have to be confident first. Like, no. It's doing it. It's making the decision to do the thing that is perceived as how we carry ourselves.
Yes.
Right? And that's true for you and me, and that's true for everybody else. You do a lot of speaking on big stages and big conferences. I do too. A bunch of the tribe members do that. And I'm just going to tell everybody else the secret. Like if you've never been up on stage and it looks like this big glam, like this thing, these people up there just don't have like, let me tell you, we're running through our heads like, oh shit, oh man, I forgot to say this. Oh, did I suck? La. And the audience, like you skip a whole section. The audience don't know. Like they don't know, and they're not going to beat you up unless you're tripping up in your presentation. Like just do the thing. If you miss points, don't worry about it. Nobody knows. And very few care. And so it's like, have fun. In my head, it's like, I'm going to get up there. I'm going to interact with these people. I'm going to deliver my message. I try to keep my message down to like 3 points and make sure I hit those. Give myself space to run around, right? Because for me, the thing that has like undermined my confidence or energy is when I have a script to follow. And I haven't done that in a long, long time because I don't do it. Because I get in my head about, oh my God, I didn't do this. Oh my God, I forgot to say, oh my God, this was the next point. And the audience feels it. Like, this dude don't know what he's talking about. And then I see it in their face, and then my confidence goes down, right? I can see like, oh, I'm bombing, I'm sinking here. Instead of just like, okay, I'm going to do what I could do, and then I'll learn this. Maybe here's the key, and this kind of started the whole conversation, and get more reps in. Like, I'm not going to be perfectly immaculate. Well, sometimes. But on the first time, it's going to be rocky. There's going to be rough spots. And okay, I don't know exactly where they're going to be. But once I do it with other people, they will surface and I'll fix it on, like, I'll make it better. And then I'll make it better. Like Steve, our chief marketeer, Steve Martin, right? Better is the goal. All right. So we got a lot of comments here, Jen.
Okay.
We got Miss Nicole Chambers. Good morning, Nicole. She says, she agrees. Action first, then confidence. It could be a character flaw. So, all right. Nicole, if you're saying that it could be your character flaw, join the club, sister, because you ain't the only one. Let's see, who else we got? Let me come back up. We got a lot of good comments here. With Miss Maya, she says, oof, I think I'm action first mostly, maybe thinking it'll build confidence, right? And I'm gonna like just reinforce what you're saying, Maya. Like I 100% have decided that action will build confidence, right? Period. Like doing the thing is going to build confidence for me. That doesn't mean it's going to be perfect, great, and easy. It just means that if I get it done one time, I can learn from the experience, just like Jen said. I can polish it up, I can make some adjustments, and then go back and do it again and get better, and go back and do it again, which kind of brings up another question, Jen. Is it possible that confidence comes from recognizing our ability to do it better next time?
Or our ability, okay, so because you were talking, I think for me, what I'm hearing and what for me I've realized is I'm not going to build confidence with everything inside my head. I like literally just listening to this and I'm thinking about all the times, because I don't know anything about a script or anything about worrying about what I'm going to say. Like I have no experience with that at all on overly worrying, overly preparing for something, like just none at all. And so like thinking about everything. Like I'm not building confidence if all I'm doing is like working through everything in my head without doing anything. I mean, it's almost a false confidence if that's what you're. I got to get it all perfect, and we know when we've been in those scenarios to where like it's never going to be perfect, but in our mind, it's if we get it perfect, it's only perfect from our perspective, and then it gets out, and then it gets socialized, and then it gets out there with everyone else, and we're like, oh, that's not what they were looking for, or that's not what I wanted to happen, because it's never been outside of your head. And so it's like that action piece is it gets an idea or it gets whatever you think it needs to be out of your head. And then you're starting to get feedback, that feedback loop of getting, oh, okay, let me tweak this. Which goes back to your better question on the more we do it, the more we get information to help us hone in on, okay, this is the direction. This is where I need to lean into.
Yeah. Or stop. Right.
Yes.
I mean,
yeah.
like, do it, and if it's yucky, like, oh, that is just not nowhere near what I wanted to be, and based on my targeted outcome and the amount of tweaking and adjusting and learning I'm going to have to do, I really don't care about it that much.
and you get to make that choice, right? You get to make the choice on, is this worth my time? And I think a prime example, Jesse, and we don't really talk about it a lot, but Jesse and I for a couple of years did like a retreat, like a weekend retreat. And it was a lot about building skills, but also building connections and things like that. And we saw so much value in it. Like we thought it was so cool. And every time we did it, we saw growth and we saw people that got to experience stuff, but it didn't make sense. And we did it a couple times. And then there was a point where we're like, as much as we feel this could really be cool, like we also needed to look at the data.
Yeah.
And make a decision.
No, that's an excellent point, because it was, I mean, it's a transformational experience. Cindy, I love bragging about Cindy. Now she's thriving and growing, and it was years after coming to the reciprocal propulsion retreat, and she credits that experience with a lot of the progress that she's made in her life. So I know, I'm 100% confident that little thing that we were doing is massive. Megan, Rocio, Miss Lynn, like Heather, we've done some, it's impactful. But like you said, I'm confident it'll work. But in order to make it stick and whatever, like I got to change, we got to change gears. That's actually a freaking great point, Jen. Thank you. All right, so we got Mr. Jody says, I think my confidence comes as I prepare. I want to dig into this, the preparation, to do something different. That preparation gives me the confidence to go through with whatever the thing is, but that preparation phase is critical to build the confidence. That's when you really take things apart and try to build it. What do you think about that, Jen?
Well, this goes back to, and it's, I'm going to use different words, but in my mind, they connect, is that body of work. That to me, that's where I see the connection to preparation. Is if you're coming in and I'm like, well, I'm just going to try this thing, and you have nothing to pull from, then that's a whole different experience than, okay, what work have I put in, and where have I been, and what have I done to be able to go, okay, this is my next step, or this is what I'm going to do. They're different experiences. And I feel like we continue to tell people and ask people and encourage people, pull from your body of work, because all of us have it. Some of it may be in different areas. Pull from your experiences, pull from the things that you know and feel confident about and you can speak to, instead of overly scripting and overly worrying about saying the right things. And if we pull from that body of work and we pull from those things that we already know and we've experienced, one, we don't have to memorize them or we don't have to think about them too much. And number two, they're genuine, and it helps us get the reps in, and then we start building more connections and more knowledge and things like that.
Yeah, no, I love it. I think, so two things I want to say about it is, in case you don't understand what body of work means, the way I frame it is every single one of us has massive life's experience. We have experienced things, we've grown, we've learned, we've gone through the struggle of the learning and how to do a thing good or better or whatever. We've learned lessons in different arenas of our life that transfer into the other arenas of our life. And professionally, we have some experience of doing a thing for 5 years, 10 years, whatever. So you have, like, that is a source of credibility and truth, data to take forward into whatever you're delivering and creating to go forward. So, like, in a way, living your life is preparation. So you don't have to go and create this whole new slide deck about this thing that you've never done. Like, I'll give you an AI right now is popular. I have a YouTube channel. It doesn't have a bazillion subscribers. I know that if I started creating AI, like content on how to do AI, I would get a lot of followers. But I would just be talking smack because I use it, but not to that degree. So I lean on my life's experience of leading people, developing leaders, supporting teams, helping foremen, like all of that. And it's because I have those experiences. So summary there is everybody here has a ton of experience, which can qualify, or rather qualifies as preparation for the thing that you have in your heart and your mind. Now, back to the preparation thing, I agree. Prepping for something is like, if you're not prepping, and I do this a lot where I'm just fast and loose and like, let's just go do it. But if you're not prepping, you're selling the people in front of you short. Right? If you don't have your stuff in a pile, you didn't do your homework, right? Geez, at least read the freaking email, which I almost never do. The words in the calendar invite before the meeting. Come on, man, what are you doing, right? But I just want to throw some caution in there, because some of us like to call preparation, like to call our procrastination, our fear, our insecurity, we like to call it preparation. What do you think, Jen? Am I talking smack?
No, you're talking truth, I think, right now. Like, I think that we like to, it's like that wolf in that sheep in wolf's clothing kind of thing. Like, I just think sometimes you try to mask it so that you don't look so unprepared. And
it comes across like you can see it, right? People can, like, oh, you're full of it. Oh man,
I know you have more, but I want to make one more point, and I've seen this in really recently in a conversation with my daughter. And so I think sometimes when we have to pull from our body of work, or we have to be in a place that's a little uncomfortable, or something that we're not the subject matter expert in, or that we're not sure the outcome, we struggle with, like, this could go wrong. We could mess up. We could not have the answer. We struggle with that because of our roles. And my daughter, she's in color guard, and they do a routine and they're learning it. And then there's times where some people don't know it, but they're trying to figure it out. And she told me, she said they have some younger people that have joined the team, and they're watching all the people that have it figured out. So they're watching them to be able to do it, and they're behind because they're trying to, like, copy. And she's like, Mama, I had to go tell them, like, you just need to stop watching and go from what you know and remember, and you're not going to have it all, but your brain's going to train you. And I'm like, okay.
So yeah, you gotta let your body learn it. You gotta let your brain process it.
Yes.
And then you gotta start. You're not gonna learn it from just watching. I've been guilty of that on certain subjects where I'm watching, like, listening to books and getting a bunch of different perspectives from YouTube, and it's like, okay, like, I get it, but I don't know what it feels like. Exactly, because you're freaking too busy preparing.
That part. You don't know what it feels like. Yes.
Speaking of knowing what it feels like, Mr. Douglas Berry says, I think it was action for me. I certainly knew nothing about publishing children's books and just dove in. And he's rocking it, right? Like, you gotta do it. And then find out what it feels like, I know I don't like the feeling of publishing books.
I was going to say,
It
do
was
you know anything about having to go through a writing and editing and publishing a book, Jesse? Do you have any? I mean, how was
I
that experience for you?
I got two perspectives. One, if y'all don't know, Jennifer Lacey and I co-authored a book about fixing our relationships, right? Or maybe even operationalizing relationship building. Um, it was exciting. It was fun. It's been impactful. It's helped a bunch of people, and that was the point. The experience of doing it was not. Like, I freaking hated it, and I know I made it painful for Jen because I was ready to press publish day one.
No.
But
You
we had,
push publish. No,
oh yeah, yeah,
don't try to. Yeah, you were ready for it to be done, and I was not. I didn't feel good about the end product. So the way to get me to get it done is to push publish with what we
yeah,
had and put it out there for people to purchase, and it wasn't finished. That is how you
yes.
got it done.
Yes, yes. Because from my perspective, we were massaging the hell out of every syllable, and I'm like, who cares, man? Just publish the thing. So that was extremely painful. Then my second book, which is like a story about me, my life's experiences and whatever, that was much easier because I'm like, I don't like. Here's the body, editor. You fix it. Don't teach me because I don't want to learn freaking grammar. Just fix it and let's publish. And so, but it was still painful because of you got to make decisions. Like, if you don't know, folks, you got to, what size of the numbers do you want on the pages? And what about the spine font? And like all these really, I know they're important decisions. I just don't care about that shit. That being said, I now have confidence I could publish a book and put it out there and know who to hire to handle the things because I won't do much of it if I ever do another one. But you got to put it out there to learn, and Douglas has done it and he's continued to do it. He's enjoying it, and that's super, super important. All right, so who else we got here? Heather, yes, right. Past success provides proof we need that we will succeed, which gives the confidence. Exactly, right? That's the body of work. That's the data points of I've done it before. The sky didn't fall. I can do it again, which I don't know. I might take us off track here, Jen, but I think some people, rather, I'll say it this way. It's very easy for us to believe that, well, what you really need is confidence. How many times have you had a supervisor tell you, you just need to be more confident in your delivery? And it's like, well, fuck, thanks, bro, but I don't understand what that means and what that looks like. And so what I've seen that create, and I'm the case study here, is now I'm going to pretend to be confident. I don't have confidence, but I'm going to pretend like I'm confident. And it shows up as arrogance, it's rude, it's dismissive, it's minimizing, because I'm not really confident. It's a very prideful, obnoxious version of me because it's not real.
And it's not based on truth. It's not based on truth. It's not based on something that is truthful. It's based on something that's imagined.
Yeah, it's fabricated, totally fabricated. And so don't do that, y'all. Like, it's okay to be scared and nervous, like it is, because guess what? Everyone is. Can preparation help you with that? Absolutely. And getting out there and doing it and learning and getting some reps in is really the key here.
Jesse, well, and we talk about this, but sometimes, like confidence comes from, in my opinion, doing the dang thing, like just doing it. And we have to get through this misconception that it has to be so good, or it has to be perfect, or it has to be so I'm this far along before I put it out there, because what if it doesn't go the direct. That's okay. That's the point. The point is that, like we say, just make it exist, just put it out there, and you can fix it later. You can update it. It's going to be messy, and messy's not bad. Messy means like you're getting it out there and you're like, okay, let's play around with it. Let's see what works and what doesn't work. And then let's not put too much time and effort into something that you're already going to adjust and change and manipulate later anyway. Like, just get it out there and get enough out there so that people can start talking about it and people can start sharing their thoughts and ideas. So then you're actually adjusting it along the way, instead of, let me take 10 steps back, let me redo the whole thing, let me come back and give it to you, okay, let me come back. Like, you're literally adjusting it as you go.
Yes. So here's another thing that can help your confidence, right? Daddy Hoot says, my homies are authors, most all of them. That gives me confidence right there. Right? And like, there's a lot of truth there. If you're starting a new thing and you want to like start building a new muscle and whatever that is, surround yourself with people that have done it.
Yep.
And not because they're going to do it for you, and not because just having them, like being able to text them is going to make you feel confident. The weird, goofy questions, like the real, what it feels like to do the thing, they know. Mm-hmm. And so you can check, like, am I thinking about this right? Like, no, that's good. Like, that's exactly what I felt. And man, I'll do it. It's taking forever. Like, yep, okay. So I'm not running off the cliff here, because I have access to people that are already doing the thing. So that can help us accelerate the confidence. And kind of back to that old principle, right? You're the product or the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And also, like, if you just want to make things happen, like Jim says, just do the plumber's edition.
It's the day. Yeah, that's the book that he pushed out. And because you have a plumber and an ex-English teacher writing a book together, that's what it got labeled on, just the plumber's edition. Put it out there, make it work. And I'm just like, stop. So you cannot, if you didn't buy it when it published, you don't have access to that one anymore.
It's gone. It's no longer limited edition. There's no more available. Now, Daddy Hoots asks a question here. I think this is connected to the fake confidence that comes across as arrogant, etc. So fake it till you make it doesn't work, Jess. I have an answer for this, Jen. You have any thoughts on it?
Well, I want your answer first.
Okay. So fake it till you make it. Some people get offended by that statement, right? Like, you're pretending. Another one I've heard that's just a rephrasing of it is believe it till you achieve it. And so I'll say it's a tool in my toolbox that I use to help me continue forward in doing the things. So fake it till I make it, or believe it till I achieve it, is like the construction leadership lab. I had the idea in my head. Actually, it wasn't my idea. It was Erin's idea, because she's magical. But I believed that it was going to be awesome. I believed it's going to be impactful. I believe it's something that people will get value out of. That's not true yet. Or that wasn't true when I started down the path of putting in all the work and pushing all the buttons to make it happen. So I had to believe it till I achieved it, or fake it till I make it. Or another way, this imposter syndrome thing, it's not as popular as it used to be, but I had to be a full-fledged imposter, meaning I had to adopt the mindset, and I do this regularly. I'm just going to choose to believe this set of things, and I'm going to behave and operate in such a way as if it is already real, because I need to have that perspective to make it happen, to introduce it into the world. So yeah, I had to fake it till I make it. Guess what? Now I got 41 people signed up in the community that's growing, and we're having awesome conversations. Like, it's fantastic. So from that perspective, fake it till you make it, believe it till you achieve it, whatever it is, be a full-fledged freaking imposter. It does work. And there are times where that betrays you. And so that's the point here, is it is a good tool and a good practice to pull on and use under the right conditions, not all the time. So if I'm not a confident person, or if I'm an insecure, scared person, and I'm gonna fake confidence, that fake it till you make it shit don't work. It actually is counterproductive to the intended outcome. And so it's not a blanket, right? It's what are the tools that I can use, the frameworks that I can grab and apply that are going to help make this experience, this situation grow to the degree I want it to grow. That's my answer, Jen.
Well, I love that, and I think the way I took that and the way it applies to what I do is, one, what are you faking? So get clear on what you're faking, because I don't. I say I don't live in the same mindset. In my mind, I'm just going to find something I don't have to fake. It doesn't mean it's the answer to the question, but instead of faking confidence, I'm going to lean into something I'm confident with. And it could be something that it's a skill, or it's something that is not relevant to an answer or to something that is the end goal. But I'm very confident in this. That's where I'm going to lean into, which then gives me I get a little bit more confident in what I'm doing in that environment. And then I can continue to go. So for me, it's hard to not be authentic. And so I just find that one nugget of something that, like, I can completely speak truth with this one. And then I can lean into it, and then it gets other, and then I can also own, and I will do this as well. I will lean into the truth of a nugget of something, and I will also go, I have no idea. I am not versed in this.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I love that. And I don't want to beat this up too much, but I think it's important. Yeah. When I was faking confidence, there were 6 words that I never said. The first 3 was, I don't know. The next 3 was, I need help. I never said those words. All right. And we all know, man, everybody needs help, and everybody don't know something. And so it was, people do like, oh, this dude, he's trying too hard. He, like, whatever it was. And it was really bad. But yes, like, lean into something you have confidence in and go from there. Oh man, I love it. Jen says, I'm sorry, Heather says, fake it till you make it is about jumping in, just do the damn thing. 10-4. Oh man, can you believe we're still on the first question, Jen?
I know, Jesse. This makes me happy when it just keeps coming, and the comments keep coming. I'm just like so excited.
It's awesome. All right, so we got a nice transition question here. Heather again says, if you see others who have achieved what you want to do, and they look or are like you, it makes it feel more achievable. If someone has gone before you, see it's possible. 100%.
Yes.
Right. And so that takes us to our next question.
Okay, well, before you bring our next question up, do you see that there's one in there? And this is a good one, I think, also transitioning, are being confident and being authentic the same thing?
Oh, where is it? Let me find. Oh, here we go.
What's your thoughts on this?
We're not going to get, my thought is we're not getting to all our questions today.
I know.
I love it. So are being confident and being authentic the same thing? And damn it, you already asked me first. So Miss Nicole, powerful question.
Yep.
All right, here I go. I'm thinking yes, but it's not a yes and or no. I'm thinking yes, but like being authentic for me is what confidence looks like, not a separate thing. It's what it presents as. And so, but we got to get clear. My understanding, what I have decided authentic means for me is taking off, like spending no energy on polish and sharing all the dirty details. That's what authenticity means in Jesse land. And so I spend, and don't get me wrong, like I do polish up, right? I take a shower when I'm going to go and put pants on when I'm going to go work with clients, and I will adjust my behavior so that it's at least close enough so I don't get arrested, right, every time I go somewhere. Um, my approach, my delivery is I share a lot of vulnerable stuff, like real mistakes, real failures that I've had in my life. And I say I don't know a lot, and I say I need help a lot. And so for me, that is me being authentic. That's how I do it, right? It's not me crying and freaking bulldozing people with every opinion I have. That's different. That's something else for me. So authentic for me is what my confidence looks like, because I am confident, and I've learned by accident. The second book I published, Becoming the Promise You're Intended to Be, it's 20 stories of like some of the dumbest shit I've ever done that is evidence of that I'm probably not the best resource to be tapping into. You could take it that way, right? All my struggles with in failed relationships, my struggles with substance abuse, my manipulative behaviors, like it's all in the book. Now, I'm confident that I can learn from making the mistakes that I've made massive mistakes. I was like looking at being in prison. And guess what? When that was happening, I was writing down a list of the things that I would learn while I was in prison. And so I'm confident that no matter what the situation is, I can learn and grow from it. I'm also confident, which really boosted my confidence when I published the book, that guess what? I didn't get disowned. I didn't get canceled. Actually, there are a lot of people out there that really appreciate and value the experience, the muddy, dirty experience that I've been through. And so because that's out there, I can, like, the level or degree of authentic, which is just the dirty details, less polished, I can be more of that. So I'm not saying that it's separate, but for the way I understand it or the way I think about it is my confidence shows up as authenticity. My name's Jesse, and I am done speaking.
Jesse, okay. So all of that, I love that because it resonated. But the way in my mind, I have a question. I have a follow-up question, because in my mind, if I show up vulnerable, am I being authentic? Am I being confident?
Oh, you're asking me.
Yes.
I'm gonna. It's a yes, both. Right? You're being authentic, but you're being confident. Like, if you're not vulnerable, it's because you're fearful that the world's gonna fall. So you've decided to be confident and be vulnerable, which is confidence that the world is not gonna collapse, and it comes across as, wow, she's so authentic. Right? When you're sharing deep, intimate things, nobody says, wow, that's confidence. Everybody says, wow, that's authentic. But it's, from my perspective, it's rooted in confidence, because you're confident that the world is not going to fall apart.
Right. So I think it's an amazing question, and it's not just a surface black and white. It's this or this. I feel like in my mind, and again, before we talk about, faking it and all that, like, I feel we are fearful of showing up authentic because we will look less than. And I'm going to say, from experience and from lots of reps and from maybe moving away from, I don't care what you think, I'm going to do what I want. But
that's different.
Moving away from that, I've realized that the more I show up as my authentic self, good, bad, or indifferent, a little bit messy, a little bit loud, a little bit intimidating, the confidence is there because I'm being me, and it is drawing more people in because they want to be in my space.
Amen. And I need to add, that doesn't, like, I don't want anybody to get it twisted, that the more authentic and confident or whatever you are, the more people are going to like you.
No, correct. There are also some people through me going through that self-selected. Now, some of them I made choices, but some of them self-selected. And like, I I had to be okay with that. Else then it was a whole nother conversation. Like if I'm going to lean in and this is what I'm going to do, you got to know you're going to lose some people, you're going to gain some people. And when you're in a
Yes.
place where then I'm connecting to the right people and the wrong people are leaving anyway, then again, it's a game changer.
Amen. You will have more of the righter people,
Yes.
and less of the wrong people.
Yes.
Which stings at first because I want freaking everybody to like me.
Yes.
But they can't, right? And that's okay. So you got to be okay with that. Oh man, we got some great comments here. So Doug says, I think being unauthentic presents itself as being rocky, not confident. Agree, because you see it. We see it like that fool just fronting. He's a poser, right? Like that ain't right. No, he's just saying that because it sounds good. Not you, Doug, but like in general, when I'm being judgy with people, it comes across. You can smell it. Maya says, I love this. When you're being authentic, you can be confident because you are coming from a place you know as true. Back to the body of work, right? You don't have to think too hard about being authentic. Though the vulnerability part is where we'll often overthink. Yeah, like that's the challenge, sister. Thank you for that.
Well, and I want to add, and I've said this before, and it's like such a simple thing that my daddy taught me growing up that now I've realized, one, because I have way too much stuff going on in my brain all the time. My daddy said early on when we were young, he said, if you tell the truth, you don't have to remember what you said. And I think for me, it's if I tell the truth, I can speak confidently with it and not have to like think about all the who's here, who's not, what am I saying? Is this person going to be in another room and are they going to say it to somebody else? And am I saying the same thing in the other room? And I mean, like all those things are things that take away from your promise and the things that you can do because you are really having to like make sure you got all your check, your eyes dotted and your T's crossed and all that. But if you just tell the truth and you're just real, and then the next room you go in, guess what? Like it's the same thing. You got to think about what you said, what you did. You're just being your authentic self. It builds to the point to where people go, that's the same person I saw before. And she's saying the same things. And she's like, that builds the confidence they have in you.
Yes. Yes. Oh, that might be a follow-up conversation. Helping people be confident about you, trusting you. Like, oh my God. Whew. Okay. You know this rascal here?
I do. And I think that came in when I was talking about Alex and all of her stuff that her little brain and stuff. And so it is absolutely something she probably, I don't know if she took it willingly or if it was something that has been ingrained in her.
I'll say the framing, the words that she said, like you got to do it. Like the way she framed it, I think is all her because I love it's like, yeah, like, okay, you watched enough. Now just do it. You're going to be a little bit closer and then do it again. Like that is the mat. Oh, look at that.
Of course you got it from Jesse.
I'll take it. Man, we got some pretty highly intellectual people today, or comments, I should say, because Heather also gives me credit. She said, if you stay authentic and show up as yourself, people perceive you as confident. Yes, because you're willing to show all your flaws. Jesse models this.
Okay, well, you're putting that up, but you're not putting mic drop, Jen, and amen, sister. You're not putting the other things up that absolutely are giving me some kudos.
Oh, all right. I'll throw you a bone. Sorry, guys. Y'all know I can't help myself. I got to pick on Jen. All right. So Russell comes in. We're going to go to the next question after Russell. What's up, my brother? He says, overlay saying I'm sorry when you're new to something is overly saying I'm sorry when you're new to something is authentic but not confident. Oh, okay, Jen, what do you think about this? I asked you first.
Oh my gosh, you just come in, Russell. You just come in like randomly throwing some craziness like that. Like I think I'm sorry is as a mother, and I'm gonna use that as my point of it's overly used. And I don't think it's not authentic. I think you can be authentic and mean it and say I'm sorry, but what follows it? Like, whether it's I'm sorry I didn't get that, or I'm sorry I don't have that information and I'm trying to learn, like what follows the I'm sorry. Because I have children, mainly because of the way I've raised them, that will call me out and go, I'm sorry, or just words. What actions are going to happen to change the way that it's happening? Like, I have children that will call me out, and people have gone, I can't believe you let your children talk to you like that. If I say I'm sorry about something because it's a repeated behavior that is hurting them, or that they don't feel that they're being valued, and I just apologize, and they call me out because there's no actions that have changed, I will own that all day, every day, because if I want them to do that, I've got to be able to do that. And I'm sorry is overly used when it is a way to get out of something, but you're not willing to do anything different.
Yeah. I agree with everything you said. And I'm taking this comment from a totally different angle. My understanding of it, right, is what I'm envisioning is, okay, I'm in a new situation with a new group of people, and I'm just saying, like, sorry, right, I got distracted. Sorry, I lost my place. Sorry, I'm late. Sorry, did I take your table? I think I'm sorry, yes, it's authentic and absolutely is low confidence. But here's the question. Here's what I think, or how I frame it. Who am I sorry to? Because nobody complained or said, like in your situation, there was a violation and you're saying, oh, my bad, I violated. And to your point, do something to make it better. But in this situation, what I'm again saying, sorry, I'm late.
It's
sorry.
From ourselves. It's ourselves. Yes.
That's what I think is happening. Because nobody in the room cares. I'm sorry, can I get by? Can I pass by you? Right? Like,
or somebody bumps you. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, you bumped me.
Yeah. So it's like, I think, I'll say this, for me, that overly saying I'm sorry, because I used to do it, was really me apologizing sorry to me, because nobody cared. Like, they're like, it's cool, no matter. Like, yeah. And so, guess what? Then this ties to what you said. Saying I'm sorry is weak sauce. Changing your behavior is the game. And so when I'm late to something, and this is like, I stole this off of probably a LinkedIn quote somewhere, saying sorry, I'm late doesn't change the fact that you're late. And especially if people are waiting for you. So saying, I appreciate you waiting for me and tolerating my tardiness is a different statement and has more confidence behind it than sorry, I'm late. Right? Because I do appreciate you waiting for me and tolerating my tardiness. I'm not sorry. Like, something happened. There were a chain of events that happened that forced me to be late. Or maybe not forced me, but I need to do better next time, obviously. But it's a shift, because I'm not really apologizing unless I'm apologizing. If I'm apologizing, I need to be taking action to make it better. And so anyways, summary there, maybe the big takeaway is, if you find yourself apologizing to everything, everybody, all the time, stop. Because it's not.
And for me, it's if you're in a situation, the authentic piece is not the I'm sorry. The authentic piece is, I'm sorry, I was not prepared to have this conversation because I didn't do my homework. That's the authentic piece. So the truth, find the truth in the I'm sorry and make it be the real authentic reason that you have to apologize. And if you don't have the real authentic reason, then the apology isn't necessary.
Look, again, Heather says, yes, I think she misspelled Jen. I'm messing with you, Heather. All right, so Russell, bro, I don't know if we totally misinterpreted or if we're even in the same ballpark. Let us know in the comments, but I agree. Like, folks, it's a habit. Some of us just say I'm sorry out of habit. Some of us are saying I'm sorry because we're really apologizing to ourselves. So find different words to use instead. Like that's the game.
And
All right.
and if
Question
you run
number
into
2.
people that do that, and if you're around people that do that, call them out on it
Yeah.
because
What are you sorry
it
for?
is a conditioned behavior.
Yes, I do. Like, you're sorry for what? Well, like, no, I don't know. Said it. My favorite thing to do, especially in me, like, sorry, I'm late. I'm like, I typically will send out a heads up, like, if you're late, just be late. Don't be disruptive, which means don't come in apologizing for being late. Shut your mouth, sit down because the meeting started. I make it easy. You ain't got to say you're sorry. I don't want you to be sorry. I want you to be on time. That's it. All right. Question number 2. What
I mean, it's
skill?
only 8:55, and we have 4
I
questions.
know.
We're on number 2.
And because the tribe, man, they're bringing it today.
It's freaking
What
awesome. Yes.
what skill are you ready to stop admiring in others and start building for yourself? So, Jen, this question, this is your brainchild. Help us out here. What does that
Okay,
mean?
I'll ask the question. I'll explain the question, and then I'll ask you the question. So, just saying. Um, the question came from, again, from me, I guess, over my transformation and things that I've done and growing in my confidence, is there were a lot of things that I was watching people do, and I was seeing what they were doing, and that's when imposter syndrome came in, because I was just like, well, I don't have that degree, I don't have that experience, I can't do that. So I was very much self-limiting, and then not being able to lean into some of those skills because I'm like, well, I can't do that. And I think the reason I want to ask the question is, think about your everyday interactions, your roles, the things that you do, and where are you self-limiting? And I'm being very intentional on that. Where are you? It's you. It's not someone else going, you can't do that. I'm not going to let you do that. That's not your role. That's not your job. Not people that are saying those things. Okay? Because there's probably not as many of them as you think. But what are you doing in your everyday, whether it's something you want to do or you're something that kind of a space you're living in, where that's a skill, that's something that is not in my toolbox, but I see it in other people, and I'm like, dang, like, and I love this question because now that I'm figuring out who I am, I've got people that come to and talk to me about, there's this thing you have, help me. And I'm like, oh, let's have the conversation, because it's like, it's not like all of a sudden, I mean, and it's great because as soon as it gets out and they voice it, I'm like, oh, but I see this in you, and I see you doing these things. It's the same thing. And they're just like, what? So again, part of it is you kind of keep you're self-regulating your potential. And then also, like, what are those things you see? Because the reason we ask the question is, once you say it out loud, specifically to the people that you see have the skill, then the whole conversation blows up and the opportunities blow up, and you're going to start seeing things and having conversations around things that potentially are already there.
Oh, I love it. All right. So it looks like we touched a nerve already.
All right.
Mr.
Okay.
He says, I absolutely cannot speak in front of a crowd. As an author, that's not good. Public speaking is definitely my weak spot. All right, Jen, what you got for Mr. Doug?
Well, so I'm going to tell you, Douglas, let me give you my thoughts on this. Is Jesse and I have been live streaming for almost 5 years. Actually, 5 years. We've been live streaming for 5 years. And prior to that, I did do some public speaking on the stage, and I had a routine and I had a plan. And there's some people probably listening in that got to observe the way that I prepared to go on stage and speak, because it was part of my job and part of the things that I did. And it was a very much, I can't mess up. I've got to make sure I say the things I need to say in rooms where there's a lot of people that could call me out. And that is the way I approached it. So the way I approached it was I've got to make sure that I've got the script and I've got all the things. And then I started live streaming. And then I started showing up and just having real, authentic conversations around topics that you can't really, like, I can't be wrong. Like, Jesse and I may not agree, and there's sometimes we don't agree on our approaches and the way that we need to tackle something. But like, I got lots and lots of reps of just talking about things that were important to me. And I know based on our conversations in the after parties, you are very confident in the things that you've written about and the reasons and your history and your background. Like, the way you speak about it is like, we can feel it. So as much as, yes, it's scary, but guess what? It's the number one fear of most people on this planet.
Yep.
And so the reps are, right now I'm talking to Jesse. Like, I'm literally looking at Jesse, and that's it. And so, like, what are the things you can do to just get the reps of talking about something? And then when you're on the stage and there's 500 people, there's 1,600 people, like, you're talking to Jesse. You're talking to that one person sitting over there. That's my thought.
I concur. Specifically with the way Douglas, the way you present and communicate the things that you've done and the way you care about them, it's captivating.
Yes.
Like, it is captivating. Very, like, it's real. It's true. It's not polished. Like, it's real. Now, I know we're not going to solve this for you, but you're doing it. Like, I mean, really, 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 in the after party, it may not be 1,000 people, but you're sharing your story, your insight, your experience to a bunch of strangers. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing when you're up on stage or to another group. Now, I get it. I don't want to minimize, like, the all the stuff that happens, because I've had it. I know for me, there's a couple things. And folks, last call to leave a comment and drop an emoji, because we're about to do the randomizer. But, like, find what makes you feel best, right? Like Jen, I'm going to pick on Jen. I was the one that got to see her prepping for the thing, and she was like pacing back and forth and going through her cards. And I'm like, man, that looks painful. And I recorded it. I was like,
it was so bad.
Yeah. And I'm like, what are you worried about, girl? Like, you got game. I don't understand why you're so elevated now, and that kind of started down that path. For me, when I started doing public speaking, I was coached and trained that I needed to have a script. I needed to have the bullet points. I needed to have all my idea and the flow worked out. And then I got on stage and started doing it, and I hated it. It sucked. And so I literally had the legal pad in my hand with all my notes and and I just threw it and started talking to the audience. And I'm like, and it was awesome. It sucked really bad for about 7 minutes. And I got rid of the stupid thing and just delivered my message, and it was magic. And I was like, okay, this is my style. This is how I'm going to do it. All right, one more, and then we're randomizing. Maya says, for me, this would be something, and thank you, both of you, Douglas and Maya, for like being vulnerable and putting this out there for the world to see. This would be something like taking ownership of my body of work. I'm aiming to stop holding back or undervaluing my experience, knowledge, because I don't feel like I am enough. That's it, girl. So, challenge to you, Maya. Drop just one little easy example of your body of work in the comments, and we'll count that as you two building that confidence and recognizing that you absolutely are enough. Is that too aggressive, Jen?
No, that's what we do.
Yeah. All right. So it is now randomizer time. Hang on, let me do the clicking.
For those of you that have come in since the beginning, is when you put a comment in, you get put in the randomizer, and in the randomizer, if your name gets drawn, you get to come and spend 2 additional times with Jesse and I to work on your leadership skills and your communication skills and things like that. So.
Mm-hmm. And the skills that we work on are going to help you at home and at work, like in massive ways, if you choose to apply them. So here we go, randomizer. Let's see who's going to get. We got some new faces in there.
I know, so many good ones.
Oh, Jim again. All right, Jim. Jim has been before, so Jim, it's entirely up to you, bro. You get the pass, or if you want to torture somebody else, you can let me know and give them the pass, so that they can come and hang out with the emotional bungee jumpers and the cultivation crew.
Yes.
So we have some more comments. Oh, Doug,
Okay.
there you go, Doug. He said, podcasts have helped. I can do a TV interview easier than public speaking. Yeah. Awesome, right? So it's just build it, get the reps in. Heather says, Jen, you said to say it to the person, so here goes again. Oh, the skill I have admired for a long time in someone is Jess with the way you put yourself out there. I know many are tired of no action. Put it out there, girl. Thank you. Put it out there. The world, like, just here's something to think about. This not just for Heather, but Heather, you reminded me of this, and I think this will be helpful for everybody. Going from 0 to 1 is massive. It is terrifying, but it is massive growth. So if you've been thinking about whatever the thing is and you finally do it, that's a big deal. But you need to celebrate it. Like, celebrate it, pat yourself on the back, have your people around you, let them know that you did it, how you felt about it. Like, just celebrate the hell out of it. And now that you went from 0 to 1, now you want to start, you want to get a back-to-back. So do it again. Now, what I used to think was, I got to do it, now that I started, I got to do 100,000 million% every single day forever and ever. No. I just spent 48 years of doing jack squat. I just did it one time. So what if I do it again next month or next quarter or at the 6-month mark? I'm back to back now. I did it twice in the last 6 months. That is a big, big deal. And because, we're aggressive and we want to be successful in all the things, we want to do a bazillion million times all the time. And so, Heather, count the things that you've done since 0. It counts. It absolutely counts. Am I being too generous, Jen?
No, and it's funny. I was thinking an example because, like, we've been live streaming for a long time. I've been speaking for a long time, and Jesse mentioned the way I used to prepare, and so even though I'm much more confident in the way that I show up and the way that I speak, I still, in the back of my mind, I usually will create my little cards that have like my point, whatever, not the words that I'm going to say, but like I'm going to make these points. And for the last 4 or 5 years, I have continued to make those cards. I usually don't look at them, but I think for me, it was like a security blanket. And for the first time last month, I went into a 2.5-hour presentation with no cards and no script. And I had a plan and I had my presentation and I knew what I wanted to speak to and went through the whole thing, and it was amazing. And it even went off kilter a little bit and kind of navigated based on what was happening in the room. And like, it was the first time I went in and had no cards with me. And this has been 5 years. So it's like, those little tiny things are things that to celebrate. It's not that you're going to go from 0 to 70 or 0 to 100. It's those little bitty reps of doing the things, the little tiny thing that this is different than last time, or this is a little less words or a little less cards, or a little, like for me, it was a little bit less of the security blanket of something. And I need to have confidence in me, and finally going, I got this. I don't know why I don't have it, and being able to do it and then be like massively excited about it.
Oh, I love it. And I want to repeat something so y'all didn't miss it. We were in Phoenix. What was it, 4 years ago?
I think it was 5 years ago, but anyway.
Maybe 5 years. Okay, so we were in Phoenix at the conference, and that's when the pacing and the thing. So 5 years between it was brought up, pointed at, and you going cardless.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying that to pick on you. I'm saying that like it takes a.
And I speak a good, and I speak 10, 12 times a year. Like it's pretty impactful.
Yeah, and so there were little tweaks, little, like along the way, and now you did it cardless. So the point is, give yourself some grace, people. It's gonna take time. Take baby steps. Just take small steps. You don't have to do it all in one shot. Oh, I love it. All right, so all the links to the after party are in the chats. We're gonna have the after party. I'm anticipating a really good one. So folks, find the link in the top of the chat or wherever it is. It's a Google Meets. You don't have to have your camera on. I know I'm not going to have my camera on. We want to get your thoughts, your perspective, your input, your complaints. Just want to hear your voice. So please jump on there. And with that, Jen, we'll go. You got a closing thought for the crew?
Well, I love that we get into this, and Jesse and I have this. I mean, as much as we plan, which is not very much, it's like 10 minutes before we get started. We do have we have 4 or 5 questions that we are going to ask the audience to kind of help engagement. And I love every time when I get so there's so much going on that I'm like, oh, like we didn't even know that we could get that much conversation around a question. And it just makes it reinforces like, Jesse, we're picking the right questions.
Yes. And also I got to give credit. Jen is the one that comes up with the questions. I'm innocent here. So my closing thoughts, there's 3 comments I want to put up here and close with that. So Mr. Douglas says, so you're saying I have a chance? Yes. Absolutely, you have a chance. Little baby steps, baby. Mr. Christopher Johnson, what's going on, brother? He says, great session as always. Jen going cardless is like me going without a PowerPoint. Yes, we've had that experience at Converge Construction where there's no PowerPoint and it threw a lot of people off. But your session, you made it happen, right? So enjoy the gelato. And this one, I have a request of everybody on the live stream and all the rewatchers. I called Maya out and she showed up. Here is her taking ownership for her body of work. She says, I don't have a certificate or degree that gives me permission to help people. I have a lifetime of experiences with loss, divorce, self-searching, blending family, co-parenting, step-parenting, parenting through mental health struggles, and bouncing back through it all. I have to learn to be okay with bring that to the table because it could help someone. Maya, you are enough. Heather said it too. You are enough. And thank you, girl, for being courageous, for being confident, and being vulnerable. All right, Jen, cue the music because I'm stretched up and ready to do the dance.